Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back. It has been a while, too long since I've made a video. I ended up getting pretty sick, and the days that I've gone fishing, I think 2 days since my last video, I have got my butt whooped. And like I've said in past videos, I do not plan on sharing my videos that aren't going to be very good, my one fish videos or my skunk videos, only because I do not have the amount of subscribers and I don't feel like the 250 that I have want to see me put out skunk videos. So I've got some plans on some videos that are upcoming, but this video I have been meaning to make for a while now, and I made it once, I didn't like the way it turned out, so I'm redoing it again. This is just my upcoming season and things you can expect from this channel and what I'll be doing this year. So, getting into it, this is a combined SoCal Kayak Anglers. That's my Southern California club that I am in. And we have our own tournaments here in Southern California, combined with kayak bass fishing. So, for those of you that don't know what kayak bass fishing is, it is a nationwide, it is the biggest kayak bass fishing national series there is, and it's a ton of fun. So, if you're interested in it, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and I can help you get going. Same thing with our SoCal Kayak English Club. Let me know if you guys are interested in participating, coming out and fishing with us, and just having a good time. But let's get into this. So coming up on February 9th, we have a local SoCal Kayak Anglers tournament here in San Diego. That is at Lower Otay Lake. Lower Otay right now has been really, really tough. We did have some warmer weather yesterday, today, and this upcoming week, so hopefully those fish get a little active. But right now, it's not off to a good start this year at Lower Otay. Last year it was on fire, so that's the first tournament of the year. Again, that's local. Then we get into the first Kbf Trail in the nation. It's held again this year in California, up in Northern California. That's at Lake Berryessa on February 24th. That's going to be a Sunday, so I will be working around that time and will be needed for work around that time. So I'm about 95% sure I will be able to go, but I'm not going to get into pre-fishing days that I would like. Best case scenario, 2 days to pre-fish. Worst case scenario, no pre-fishing at all. But it is a Sunday tournament, which throws off a little bit of things. Might give me that extra day to pre-fish on Saturday, but it might hurt me if I'm going to need to ask for 2 days off of work for that one. So we'll see. I also still need to get a campground. That's going to be a camping tournament, and I said in the past, last year around the same time, that I will never camp at a tournament again in a tent. And here I am the next year getting ready to camp in a tent, coming up on February 24th. After that, March 9th, I go to Lake Havasu in Arizona. Should be able to fish that tournament. It's only a 5-hour drive away. I will be in a pretty good work schedule going on, but it is only 5 hours, like I said. So worst case scenario, again, I won't be able to pre-fish. But last Kbf Trail at Havasu, I ended up taking first place. So who knows, maybe it's my lucky lake. That's March 9th. Shortly after that will be another local tournament at Lake Murray. That's with our club here in San Diego. That's March 23rd. I may or may not fish that tournament only because the next tournament is the Kbf National Championship, which is the following week. So I'm not sure if I'm going to have my stuff fully packed up, ready to go, and I won't fish the Murray tournament, or I'm going to procrastinate, end up fishing the Murray tournament, and then having a week to get everything ready for the long haul to Louisiana. And Kbf National Championship, like I said, March 28th, 29th, and 30th. It's a 3-day tournament. If you make the cut on day 3, we're able to fish 5 bodies of water, and it's going to be an awesome time. It's definitely worth going to. I qualified for it, so if you guys are if you guys are just looking to have one of the just coolest fishing experiences, go ahead and work your butt off this year, qualify for that national championship in 2020, and just go check it out. The experience alone last year was amazing. It was at Kentucky Lake. This year it'll be at Louisiana. It will be better fishing than Kentucky Lake. That could almost be guaranteed. Last year was tough, but again, I still had an absolute blast. So that's March 28th, 29th, 30th. I'm driving there. It is going to be a heck of a trip. California will be coming strong, and I will actually be putting out an update on something a little bit special that's going to be happening at the National Championship that I'll be taking a part in as well, but that's for another video. So moving on, I get back from the National Championship, hopefully $50,000 richer. That's the first place prize. We have a Kbf Trail on April 13th. So right when I get back from the National Championship, 2 weeks later, I've got a Home Waters Kbf Trail. Now I say Home Waters because San Vicente is technically here in San Diego County, but if San Vicente was a building, I'd burn it to the ground. That's pretty much how I feel about San Vicente. I don't fish there often. I just, every time I do fish there, I do terrible. It's a long drive for me, and I get my butt kicked every single time. So I haven't fished San Vicente in a very, very, very long time. And now it's going to be a Kdf Trail out there. There's only 5 Kdf Trails on the whole West Coast, and 2 of them are in San Diego. That's the first one in San Diego. 2 of them are in NorCal, and 1 is at Lake Havasu, like I said. So that'll be the 3rd of the 5 on April 13th on a home body of water. I need to do good because it's just embarrassing getting your butt kicked on one of your home bodies of water. But like I said, that might as well be a foreign lake to me because I absolutely hate that place. The only thing I know to expect is to get incredibly frustrated. So yeah, unfortunately I am going to have to practice on that lake, and who knows, maybe I dial it in, or I just stick with driving really far, wasting gas, and then debate driving off a bridge on the way home. After that, I get a month break, and the next tournament is our local tournament at Lake Miramar. Lake Miramar is very similar to San Vicente, except actually the water clarity is very similar, and that's about it. There's a ton of tules at Miramar. I don't really do great there, but I don't really do that bad there either. I've done okay in the tournaments there before, but I've never won. So we'll put it that way. That's May 11th. After that, June 8th, we go to Lake Sutherland, and that's another local tournament. Sutherland is an awesome lake. It's one that we've never actually had a tournament on here as our SoCal Kayak Anglers Club, so it's the first time we've got a permit for it. It's way up in this mountain. It's got the best scenery in San Diego, in my opinion, out of all the lakes. Just an awesome place. There's a lot of structure. You can fish a lot of different ways there, so that's why I like it a lot. Is I don't have to go, fish finesse like you do at a lot of these lakes to have a really successful day. You could power fish at Sutherland and do pretty well. So pretty excited about that. That's June 8th. So almost a full month later, another month's break, and get to go to Sutherland. I'm really looking forward to that one. June 15th, New Melones Kbf Trail. So that will be the 4th of my Kbf Trails, and I've actually never been there. My father has been there. He used to live up in Sacramento area, Fair Oaks, and he's fished there plenty of times, but that was 30 plus years ago. I know nothing about that lake. It'll be June 15th, so probably be pretty warm weather, and another trail. The trails are big this year, and I'll explain to you here in a little bit why the trails are so big. July 6th, so 3 weeks later, back in San Diego for I'm calling it the Redemption Trail. That's Lower Otay. That is my home body of water. That is the lake I fish the most here in San Diego. Last year we had a Kbf Trail here, and I pretty much embarrassed myself Probably the worst I felt all last year fishing was that day. The drive home, I took it pretty hard. I do that, and that's just I have high expectations for myself, and when I fish my home body of water, and I can't even scratch out a limit, it was a performance that I am not proud of. So I need some redemption on that lake. Hopefully, I get it this year. It should be a good time. It'll be warm. The bass should be active, and I need to do a better job of planning. Last year, I ran into a bunch of things that I didn't plan on have happening. A bunch of shore fishermen. Pretty much every spot I had planned on hitting was already taken, and you know, I moved around too much. I should have stayed put. But July 6th, Redemption Kbf Trail, the last one, and I need to win that sucker. I need to win them all, but that one is you gotta protect. As Under Armour say, you gotta protect the house. That's home turf, and if anybody wins, hopefully it's a San Diego local, which is what happened last year. But I'd rather it be me. After that, August 10th, another month later, we go to Lake Hodges here for our local club. Lake Hodges is awesome. Last tournament I fished at Hodges, we did a team tournament and took first place throwing crankbaits, skirmish baits, crevice critter. That was the secret bait there. Dragon craw color. Just slayed them. Caught like 3 fish over 18 inches and probably 20 total casts, something like that. Caught some monster crappie that day. Just had a solid day, and that's the lake that I should shine at. It's my style of fishing, a lot of structure. I could power fish there, and cranking is the deal at Hodges for me. So that'll be August 10th. Should be hot. Hopefully those fish are active. It's gonna be really hot out there August 10th. But after August 10th, 2 weeks later, is what I'm calling the granddaddy of them all. It's going to be the Super Bowl for me. That is the Kbf Regional Championship at Clear Lake. So this regional championship is new. This is where the 5 trails come into play, like I was saying I'd get to. The Clear Lake Kbf Regional Championship is going to be the best anglers from your region. So obviously we are in the West region. The West region consists of like at least 6 states. It's pretty big. If I remember correctly, it might be the biggest region in kayak bass fishing altogether. And they're taking the best regional anglers and putting them on one lake, Clear Lake, which I've only fished one time, but I took 2nd place at the KBF Open last year, and that was out of 100 anglers, so, and no pre-fishing. Hopefully I get lucky like that again, but first of all, I got to make the regional tournament, or the regional championship, and every single year my goal in kayak bass fishing has been to make the national championship. That's been my big goal. You got to set goals. I mean, that's what's going to drive you. That's what's going to make you wake up on these early mornings, and instead of going back to sleep, you hit that alarm clock, you pop out of bed, and you work towards those goals. So the regional championship this season is my biggest goal. Not the national championship for 2020, but the regional championship. I want to show that, on the West Coast, I am consistent, and I'm somebody that hopefully, people can respect and say, you know what, he's a decent angler, because that's what we're all after, or at least that's what I'm after. Getting better and making a little bit of a name for yourself on the West Coast, because you always hear about these East Coast guys or these Texas guys, and guys in Tennessee, West Virginia. California doesn't really get much love yet. I'm hoping that changes here pretty soon. With this whole regional championship thing, it'll start getting our names out there a little bit more to those guys, because we hear about those guys, but I don't think they hear much about us. And there's some serious sticks in California. I'm just hoping that my name will be up there with those serious sticks in California, and we can, make a little bit of noise over on the East Coast and start getting some of the recognition that guys aren't getting right now, and hopefully we can make that happen. We can make a little bit of noise from the West Coast. But that's the points, or the way to qualify for the regional championship is about as clear as mud right now. But from what I do know, the Kbf Trails are a huge factor into qualifying for the regional championship, which would make sense because you have these western 5 trails. The way to pull the best anglers from the western region, the best way would be from these 5 trails. Let's see who's doing the best, who's consistently, putting up good numbers at these trail events. And I think what it's going to be is a little bit of combination of the Western Angler of the Year points and the Kdf Trails in the Western region. So I need to do well at all the trails. It's pretty important to me. I really want to go back and fish Clear Lake, and I want to go back there competing with the best of the best, not a fun trip. I really want to make that regional championship. So that's the huge goal. That's August 23rd, 24th, and that's the weight on the shoulders right now. Just make that regional championship. So after that, September, that'll be the end of the KBF season for me. Kayak bass fishing is over. Hopefully I'm the Western Regional Champion, and there's more tournaments after that. But for right now, that would end KBF. Now they'll have other things after that, but we don't really know what those are yet. That'll be qualifying tournaments and things like that from the regional championship. But that's the Super Bowl for me. So our club tournament's still going on. September 28th, we fish at El Capitan, which is a lake I'm actually going to go fish tomorrow. Haven't been there in a long time, and I need to mix it up, so I'm going to head there tomorrow. Last time I fished a tournament there, I took 3rd, so I do okay there, and it's a lake that you can do a little bit of everything at. And then October 12th, for some awful reason, we have another tournament at San Vicente. That makes 2 San Vicente tournaments, one with the club, or 2 with the club technically, and then one of them is a culmination of with our club and with KBF. So that's October 12th. That'll end our season, the SoCal Kayak Angler season, and then after that, we'll see what KBF's going to do, if they're going to do a top 10 or top 100 in the nation tournament like they've done in the past, or Angler of the Year top 10 thing that they've done in Florida. But again, if that stuff's in Florida, there's no way I'm going. So Texas, possibly, they want to do it in Texas. They'll never do it on the West Coast. It's just how it is. Too many people whine about it. So Texas is probably the closest we'll get. Maybe they'll do something in Texas, but it looks like October 12th I will be done. And I apologize for making this video so long. If you guys have any questions about our local tournaments out here, or KBF, let me know. The goal this year, another little update. The goal this year is to try to get 2 videos out a year. I've already planned to do that goal, and I failed miserably. I mean, we're almost January 20th-ish. I can't remember what the date is today, but I've been getting my butt kicked fishing. It's just tough all over San Diego, so I haven't been able to put out the videos that I've wanted to put out for you guys. My goal has been to put out a video every Tuesday and Thursday. Realistically, I don't see that happening as much as I have to work, and as tough as the fishing is out here, I don't really think my videos are good enough to be shown if I'm only catching 2 fish, or 1 fish, or a skunk. So if not, if you guys want to see that stuff, I will gladly put out every fishing trip that I do on video. The plan is to do Tuesdays and Thursdays. Most likely it'll be more like 1 video a week, but like I said, we'll try to make that Tuesdays and Thursdays. Greg Blanchard and Tactical Bassin and those guys, they always do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I thought my boring old channel will help you guys get through those Tuesdays and Thursdays, and maybe fill in the blocks for the big guys to have you know, little gaps, or no more little gaps for you guys. Maybe you'll want to watch my videos. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. Man, I can't believe this video went 20 minutes. But I apologize, guys, for making these so long. Hopefully, yeah, you know, I'm going to fishing at El Cap tomorrow, so hopefully I'll get another video out soon. And I do have plans for about 3 or 4 videos that are on deck coming here pretty soon. So stick with me. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Hopefully you guys are slaying them, because I am not. But I'm out.